Hi there, welcome to Caffeinated Knitting. My name is Daniela, known as Caffeinated Gert on the interwebs.
And I'm Allie, known as Crafty Allie.
How are you guys doing? Did you have a good couple of weeks?
Maybe you did more knitting than we did.
I bet you did. Actually, I did a lot of knitting and just...
Not finishing. Some frogging.
No. You're going to laugh when you see my finished objects for today.
It's the cutest, though. It's cuter than mine.
But it's wee. It's teensy weensy. But I knitted to go with the little along for Little Bobbins Knits and Little Yellow Uke are doing a little along for February. And they're along where you knit all things little. And that's why I knit the little
thing that you're alluding to. Why don't you just show off what you're alluding to?
I knit a tiny...
I fixed a drop stitch.
Oh.
I'm good.
I knit a tiny little bluebird of happiness out of hand spun. And the hand spun is some leftover that I had of my dealer yarn. So it's a combination of Knit Color and Unwind Yarn Company.
So cute. I like the beak and the tail.
He's cute.
That's a cute little pattern. I've seen a bunch of people.
I have a feeling I'll be knitting more. Might be good for Christmas tree ornaments.
That's what I was just thinking.
For next year. Super quick, very easy. Nice. This is my finished object for 2 weeks. Well, yes, I do have spinning.
I was hinting off camera that she had one more thing if she wanted to talk about it now.
Well, this was actually already spun last time, but I did full it. I did take it off the bobbin and full it. So I have beautiful singles. And they came out balanced. I was really rather pleased with myself.
Look at you rocking it hard.
But it's the raspberry colorway from Unwind Yarn Company. I don't think it looks like raspberries and cream.
I do too. It looks delicious.
It does. I just want to eat it. And I fold, F-U-L-L-E-D. I can't say that word. Fold the singles. So this is my very first, I would say my first successful, because I did those little samples to kind of see how, but I didn't spin them very carefully. These I'll actually enjoy knitting with.
Very cool.
So yeah,
I think it's awesome. I'm gonna try that. I finished my January socks. I've worn them a couple of times, so they don't fit on the sock blockers as well, but they're done. And I love them very much. This is the Rain's Obsessive Stitchery. And
hold it for you.
We'll show the heel off.
Yes, the heel's awesome.
In her Munchkin Land colorway on her Fred base. Let me get closer. There we go.
That's beautiful.
I love the heel. It's my favorite. And it's rainbow and awesome, and it pulls swirled. I don't know. I'm sure you can tell. Very cool. I was very happy with it. I like a short cuff, but I think I wish I'd gone like an inch longer. Just because I'm wearing it. And also, I've had a weird thing. I was knitting on 1, so I went up to 72 stitches just to kind of see if that'd be better. And it fit my foot really well, but it's really baggy up here. So I think with my February socks, I'm going to keep the 72 here. And then after I do the heel, go to 64 and see if that fits better. That's funny
because a lot of times I'll do the exact opposite.
See, it makes more sense to me to do the opposite. So I don't know why.
Because I have fat legs.
Well, I do too.
So for me, but I have smallish feet. So for me, a lot of times I'll do 64 stitches, and then when I get to that part, I'll increase. Although if I do a shorter sock, like I've been doing, I don't have to do that. I just keep it at 64, and it's fine.
But I like them. They fit nice. Aside from, like I said, they're baggy on the leg, and that could just be other reasons that I can't think of. So,
well, the ribbing doesn't look very snug. Maybe if you had done it like a 2x2 or something
instead of the twisted rib. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe it would suck in more.
I like the twisted. It looks pretty.
You could do a 2x2 twisted rib, then it would suck in extra.
That's true. I might try that instead. Because I can't imagine that I'm going to remember when I get to the leg to go down stitches. So
probably not.
And then I also finished my Topography shawl, which grew a whole lot when I blocked, thank goodness, because I don't think I could have worn it. I knit this. The color is Knit Color and her DK base.
I'm trying to peek to see.
Yeah, no, I can't see.
There. I think that's good.
And in the Daydream colorway. And I love it, and it's perfect and fantastic. And I knit the pattern until I couldn't knit anymore, and I added a contrast border. The border is this kind of gray beige. It's from Northbound Knitting in the Moonstone colorway. I really like it together.
I like it a lot.
I love this pattern. It's the Topography kerchief, and it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who knit it or designed it. I know I can't pronounce her last name.
I have it. Well, it's in the show notes.
Yes, it will be in the show notes.
Yeah, it's in the show notes because I worked on mine some, so I typed that in there. So.
And I will probably knit another one.
It's Hey Lady Hey on Instagram, but I can't pronounce her real name.
It's Melissa something.
Melissa S. It started with an S, but I can't do it.
Okay, I give up. I'm not meant to wear it today. I get to Daniela's and like a gust of wind goes up behind me and it literally flies over the car. And I'm like, what am I, in a romantic comedy movie or something? Like, why is my shawl running away? I told her I was going to have Aiden come get it.
Aiden would have been like, I don't like running. By the time Aiden got his shoes on, he would have been out of luck. Although Sam's on the elliptical, well, he was on the elliptical exercising, so he would have run after it.
I got it though. So. And then, I actually have spinning. I feel like we're rushing through today. Sorry, guys.
We'll slow down.
We'll try and slow down.
We'll chat. Don't worry.
This is my Unwind Yarn Company in her Transylvania Tramp colorway. Let me get closer.
There. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It's pinks and purples and like natural white. And I love it. It's her BFL silk base, which we know is our favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 180 yards. And it's really thick and thin. Like, when I spun it, I just spun it. Like, I wasn't really trying to be consistent. It was just it was fun. They might become mittens. Maybe. I'm going to see. I'm visiting my mom next weekend, and she's ready to start a new project, so I'm going to see what she wants to start, because I might use this to knit along with her, because that's what I do. When I start on a new project, I start the same project, so I can kind of answer questions.
If she wants to do mittens, you could do mittens out of handspun. That would be perfect for Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to start knitting mine. I haven't started mine yet.
If I go to Guild every time, I'm like, yeah, I'll go next month, and then it's the week of, and I'm like, It works hard.
I didn't go this time. It was just
my work schedule's just been changing a lot, and I think it's finally as set in stone as it can be.
That's good.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. My hat keeps sliding up. I knit this hat when I had dreadlocks, so I made it really big. So now it's too big for me. But I still love it, so I don't care.
It's so cute.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite hats. I don't remember the pattern name. I'll look it up. It's by Alex Tinsley. Varia? Something like that. I'll put it in the show notes.
She's handy like that.
There's a lot of times I say I'll put things in the show notes and I'll forget, but I won't forget that, I promise.
If we do say we'll put it in the show notes and we forget and you want to know, just message us. We'll let you know. We'll look
We
it
are
up.
human.
Yes, we make mistakes. Happens all the time.
And I have a not nice computer, so sometimes I get frustrated and just want to get done as quick as I can.
Computer's my big pet peeve for the week. So the fancy new laptop I bought last week came with malware pre-installed. So husband cleaned it up, but every time I download something, and I don't download things like from disreputable sites. I mean, I downloaded Google Chrome from Google directly, and I downloaded, and then one time I downloaded Torchlight from Steam directly. Every time something got downloaded onto the laptop, the malware popped back up. So I packed that little crapper up. I have it sitting by the door. It's going to be returned. I'm buying a new one, and I'm going to buy it, I guess, from Microsoft directly, where it doesn't have any third-party thing in there. So before you decide to buy a laptop or computer from Amazon, beware. And I don't recommend Acer, just for all the crap it had on it.
I don't recommend Acer either. And if you have an Acer and you have wonderful stories about it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I bought a netbook like 5 years ago and never had any luck with it. She's had trouble with one, and a friend of Max's just bought an Acer, and it's not going well. I don't know the specifics about it, but he hates it too. So
yeah. So yesterday it did it again. And Sam has tried everything, bless his heart. So I was like, forget it. Just nuke it so none of my stuff's on there. And I hadn't really put much of anything on there yet anyway, because we kept having to refresh it, and so it didn't really have much. I haven't really been using. I've been using the old laptop more than anything. We used it to record last week, and I think that's mostly the extent of what I've used it for. So anyway, I'm sending that sucker back.
I can't blame you.
And that's too much money invested for something that you have to fight with to get it to work properly.
Mm-hmm.
Sam still thinks I should get a Mac. I'm still like, I don't know. So now I'm back to I don't know what I'm going to get. But this one's been working fine now. Ever since I got the new laptop and Sam blew this one out with air, it's been fine. So
maybe it just needed a break.
Maybe it just needed some competition. I don't know. I mean, if you decide not to work laptop, you're getting replaced. But if, because this one's fine. It's got Windows 7 on it, and it does everything I want it to do, so.
Mm-hmm.
Still have the new fancy camera, so you guys won't notice anything different. Whatever. I mean,
computers.
I just want it to work. I don't want to have to figure out how to make it work. I don't want to have to do research and learn stuff. I just want it to do what it's supposed to do. Is that difficult?
No, I get that.
That's pretty reasonable, I think. I mean, yeah. So, what you working on?
I'm working on my February socks.
Yay!
Let me get to the end of the row. I'll show it off. So I'll talk. So I posted in the group thread that I was going to use the Mustache Yarns skein that I had. I think it's called Unicorn Apocalypse. Yeah. And it's gorgeous. It's like a stripe of gray and then a stripe of rainbow speckled or something. I can't remember. We bought it. We all got a skein last year. And it's gorgeous. And I want to make Mystic Spiral socks out of it. I decided that before I got the yarn that I wanted it to be Mystic Spiral socks. So I picked it and I was like, oh, that's great. And then I was like, I don't want to knit Mystic Spiral socks right now. But I want those to be Mystic Spiral socks. So I had put 4 free pass signs in my 12 bags. Or I guess they're not signs, they're index cards. And the Mustache yarn actually had a free pass in it, which I thought was kind of funny because if I'd known that, because I just put them in randomly, if I'd known that, I probably would have been like, oh, I'm not going to pass up this. I'm passing it up. And so it's back in my pile of socks for the rest of the year, so it will get knit. But right now I have very little mental capacity for knitting. Like, this week I didn't knit until I think Wednesday. Like from Sunday to Wednesday, I didn't knit a stitch.
I've been knitting nothing but garter easy stuff.
Yeah, and when I did get back into it, that's what I've been doing. We're both doing a test knit for Deborah, Oblivious Knits, which is fantastic, and I can't wait till you guys get to see it.
Mm-hmm.
She's test knitting my design, which she'll talk more about that in a minute. She has a little story. And so I just wanted some vanilla socks to take with me to work. And that's what I had wanted to do for this 12 sock thing. I had planned on doing mostly vanilla socks. But I want that yarn to be Mystic Spiral. So anyway, long story short, I picked another bag and, I wrapped around the table and got this. And it's Valentine's-y, so it kind of worked out
very nicely.
Pretty well. This is from On the Round from Etsy. It's superwash Corriedale and nylon, which I've never knit with, so that's kind of cool.
I've never knit with any of her yarn.
It's kind of rough, but not really. There we go. I thought it was close enough. On the Round. I really like her. I follow her on Instagram. She sells off Etsy. She's just really sweet.
She has great colors. Oh, look, now we're not. Okay, here we are. I was like, we're not focusing.
Whoops. Sorry. But this is 437 yards. It's a one-of-a-kind. It's called the Spontaneous Sock. So, like, she'll just throw a bunch of colors together, and then that's however many she makes, that's that only.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
cool.
Like, I can't get this again.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
I like that. And
this is, like, 2 or 3 years old, probably. I've had it for a while, so it's pretty good stash. Not super deep, but.
That's pretty deep.
Actually, that's deep for me, because I've been knitting since 2009, and I hadn't really started building a stash till probably 2 years ago. So
yeah.
So it's some of my older stash, definitely. But I started it last night because I wanted to talk about it on the podcast. So I've got a toe. I got itsy bitsy toe.
I decided to take some pressure off
Oh, there we go.
myself. I love that. It's perfect for Valentine's Day.
I know. And I'm not a person that does stuff like that, so I'm kind of hoping, like, it'd be awesome if I got a rainbow yarn next month for, like, St. Patrick's Day. So maybe I'll get the Mystic Spirals next month. Maybe I'll want to knit something that's harder, more than just garter stitch and increases and short rows, but I don't see that happening. I'm sorry. That's my fave.
Yeah. I decided to take a little pressure off myself. And originally when Allie brought the 12 socks in 2015 up, I was like, oh, but I just cast on 2 pairs of socks. I just cast on socks for Sam for Christmas Eve, and then I just cast on socks New Year's Eve. And I was like, well, I don't want to have to knit more socks. And then I did knit for January. I did knit my my mustache, my Sesame Street. But then I still have those other 2 pairs of socks.
I'm trying to not hit the table. Sorry.
It's okay.
I keep hitting the table with my needles, so I'm buffering it. And I think I was confusing her while she
was
what
talking. What are you doing? No. So I decided that for February, because I want these to be for my husband for Valentine's Day, I'm just going to finish the socks I started Christmas Eve. Because I had said I want to finish a pair of socks every month. So most months it'll be the sock for, like in the month. But I have those 2 pairs of socks floating around that need to get done too. And between knitting Allie's test knit and Deborah's test knit, and then I have one kind of brewing in my head, I don't want to have to knit another pair of socks just to knit the socks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
So.
And I will say this right now, like, I've kind of changed the rules a little bit. And just to kind of go off what she's saying, if you just want to finish a pair of socks, you can do that. I'll allow that, but you won't get entered into the big at the end of the year thing. But you'd still be entered into the monthly sock pattern.
Yeah. And I figure I'm not going to get entered to win anything anyway, so I'm not going to stress myself out over it.
I want it to be fun. I don't want anyone to get stressed out.
But I want Sam's socks to be finished for Valentine's Day, and although at this point, today's the 8th.
I was about to say, so Saturday.
That may not happen, but...
And the reason I know that's because we're going to see Mom Saturday. So I know it's Valentine's.
It's Saturday. I'm getting my taxes done Saturday morning.
I remember you saying,
woo! Happy Valentine's Day.
You better bring them, like, flowers. Why? If flowers were... Because it'd be funny.
It would be funny.
If flowers weren't, like, ridiculously expensive right now just because it's Valentine's Day,
I thought about knitting her a little bluebird.
That'd be cute. It'd just be cute to bring in something. I saw...
She's really nice.
We were at Walgreens the other day. No. Totally lied. We were at Walgreens the other day. That's not where I saw this, though. We were at Books A Million, and they had heart-shaped containers, like, for chocolate, but it was for beef jerky. And it had, like, the Sasquatch dude on it, and then there's, like, fur around it. It was the funniest, most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Because I don't like beef jerky anyway. But I was like, that's such a funny gift to give a guy.
Deb wants to know if we're recording yet. Is it going to be up maybe today? Yes, Deb, we are recording. And yes, I hope to have it up today.
That's funny. Well, that was a tangent. I'm sorry.
Well,
you were talking about your socks.
No, I mean, that's kind of where I was going with it. So thank you for finishing that up so nicely. So yeah, she texted me the same thing.
My phone's on silent, so
mine is too, but it popped up. I'm going to turn it upside down after I answer, so I'm not distracted. But she sent it to us on Instagram, and now she's sending it for text. It's like we're not answering on one, so she's messaging on the other.
She's really excited, apparently.
Yes,
I think she's our #1 fan.
Okay, so I said I answered, so I'm not being rude. So anyway, now.
I don't even know where my phone is. I think it's under all these bags.
I had asked her if we can show our test knits,
mm-hmm.
but she never answered.
Yeah,
so
she said we could.
She said we could? Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
I thought so.
But then she hadn't decided on the name, and so then I was like...
I'm going to double check. I'm going to be rude now. You keep talking.
I'll keep talking. I'll talk about my test knit for Allie.
Did you show your socks?
Oh, my in progress? No, I guess I should do that, huh? Do you want to see my socks? Really?
that you've talked about?
Socks. Oh, I do want to show them, especially because
We are professional.
no, we're not. They're in a new bag.
Isn't that cute? I want one so badly.
This is from Girl with the White Rabbit. She has a shop on Etsy. Hang on, I have her card in here.
We're trying to get better at this card
Yes.
thing. That's
There
the
we
wrong
go.
one.
She posted this on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, I need it." I've been dying for a little triangle bag when I see them from other people.
Aren't they cute?
It's so cute, and this one's Valentine's-y. And it's amazing how much fits in there because you wouldn't think that much would fit. But I had 2 skeins of yarn in here when I was going to do the actual February socks.
Yeah.
And they fit.
Yeah, you showed me.
But I am knitting.
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to prove that.
Well, I didn't want, I wanted to, but to show them, but I didn't want to be in trouble for it.
Because she would have been very mad.
So this is the Firefly colorway from Sweet Georgia. He picked out this yarn. I gave him like 4 choices, and this is the one he picked. And I actually started the second sock.
Yay!
I was at the car place getting my car worked on the other day, and I started the second sock while I was there. But there's no way these are going to get done in a week.
You never know.
I don't see it happening. Well, okay, if I just work on these, then yeah, it'll totally happen. But I don't see myself working on just these. But and he doesn't really care. We've kind of, since we're both getting computers and stuff, we've kind of said we're not going to do Valentine's presents for each other. We'll finish these this month. That's my goal. He doesn't care when he gets. He doesn't care when he gets them.
Max and I don't do Valentine's Day. We think it's silly.
Yeah.
But if other people do it, we don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not for us.
Here, it's from Sweet Georgia. Look at me have a tag.
It's
80% superwash, 20% nylon, 425 yards, Firefly, deep stash. It's not my colors at all. I bought it because it's Firefly. Let's just be honest.
I don't think anyone does that.
I think everybody does that. So, Girl with the White Rabbit, super quick shipping, very nicely made. And she's had some other fabrics that she's been showing. And actually, after I got this one and I saw the other fabrics, I was kind of like, ooh, maybe I should have waited and got one that wasn't Valentine's-y. But I didn't have a Valentine's-y bag. And this is small and compact. So even though it's hearts, I don't really care. This is going to be in my purse knitting bag.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm definitely going to get one.
I like it.
She had one. I don't remember what the fabric was, but it was super cute. I think your cat just ran by the window.
I think it was me. Oh, it could have been because he does get out there. We kicked the cats out. Well,
no, one cat.
We kicked the annoying cat out.
The other one's sleeping.
The other one's sleeping. He was out tomcatting around all night long. The one that's sleeping, so he's sleeping it off now.
I guess I can show another whip. I've worked on these socks, and I started them yesterday, so I could talk about them today. That's good podcasting. That's
not like we never do.
Maybe that's bad podcasting, but it's kind of good.
Sorry.
I need to put your phone in timeout?
She texted you too. She said.
I know. I saw. I didn't answer. I didn't answer not to be rude because I love you. I didn't answer because she answered.
Yeah.
And I just didn't see the point in both of us answering. But the other thing I'm working on is actually my new design, and I'm not going to show it yet. And I didn't think about that whenever I was like, I have 3 things to talk about. I don't have 3 things to talk about. I have 2 things to talk about. So in my My Little Pony bag from Fula, Stitch Marks the Spot.
Fula.
And actually, I'm going to be exchanging what project in here is about to go in another bag. I'll show it to you in a little bit. And I'm going to put my sock yarn blanket in here because I'm starting that back up today, I decided this morning.
I don't know. I have things to discuss about my sock yarn blanket.
Yes, you do. But Walking Dead comes back on tonight, and I need Walking Dead knitting. And usually it socks, but I think I'm going to make it my sock yarn blanket. So if nothing else, I'll always knit on it during Walking Dead.
Cool.
On the episodes I can knit on it. There are some episodes where I just can't knit. I'm going to show you my test knit that I'm doing for Deborah. I'm using a Knitty in Color a color block set. It goes from fuchsia to black, and there's 480 yards. So I'm doing a small version of this shawl. And currently, Deborah has been calling it Whatever. And Daniela, I think that's hilarious, but she might be changing the name. I think her release date is, I want to say the 19th of this month.
I think that's right.
Because I'm planning on releasing my shawl on the 20th. I was thinking maybe I needed to wait another week so there wasn't 2 new patterns. Nah, I'm going to decide later.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I'm trying to knit like the wind on yours and then get the other one done, because they both need to be done by the 19-ish.
Yes. But this is...
Wow, that's bright.
Yeah. It is neon as can be. And so Deborah's shawl has 3 colors, and there's different sections for each color. My color block set has 4. It goes from the pink... Well, here, I have them with me.
Here, I'll pull mine out. That way we can kind of talk about it, because mine looks completely different from yours.
And I have this other color block set, too. Oh, you mean this. I thought you were talking about her color block set.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes from this pink. Look at this. It's ridiculous. There we go. Pink. To this gorgeous purple. And you're probably like, why did she use so much pink and so little purple? This is Allie, because I'm going to use a lot of purple at the end. And then it goes to this violety, like blue violet, I want to call it. I'm sorry, guys, it won't focus. Okay, that's just silly. And you saw it.
It's blue. Here.
She has better luck. Oh, well, yeah, the hand thing. That probably would help.
Maybe? I'm determined now. Come on, folks. It's so pretty. You need to see it. Or not.
And then it'll end with black. I was fine with the black not focusing because it's just black.
There, look.
There we go.
Gorgeous.
So it just doesn't want to show you the pretty... I'm calling it blue violet. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So it's neon as can be, and it doesn't go with anything I wear, and I love it.
It doesn't?
I don't wear these colors. Well, it'll go with like all my black.
You go with all your purple.
And, yeah, I can wear it with my purple. It'll go with all my gray, definitely.
Yeah.
But for the small section, or the small version, you knit the first 5 sections. I think there's 7 or 8 total. And I only did the yardage for 4 because I'm a genius. And I realized this when I was knitting section 3. And I was like, I don't have enough yardage. So I'm going to be going through my stash. I have a hand spun that's like a blue, purple. I have a couple of hand spuns, let's just be honest, that are blues and purples. Mm-hmm. So I might end with that. Because I do have the MLP from Knitting in Color. Mm-hmm. That might look cute as the border. Enough? I don't know. I'm going to check. But I know I also have like purples and teals and stuff. I have a teal from Unwind that I thought might be kind of cool. For teal timber.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that might be neat.
That might be cool.
Because it's bright, but still not bam bright, but still bright. Yeah. So it might be cool as a border. I'm sure I have something.
We'll figure out something.
And nothing else. I'm adding black in there, and I'm sure I can just find a plain black.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere, if nothing else.
So mine looks completely different.
I love it.
I'm not quite as far along as Allie is.
I went crazy.
Well, because I've been knitting on Allie's. And I'm using yarn from Unwind. And you can kind of see where mine stripes a little different. Well, it's the same stripes. It's just because I'm using the color different. Mm-hmm. The main part of mine is Midsummer Night's Dream. And these are all on the twinkle base because I have a twinkle problem, and that's okay. This one is I Put a Spell on You. And that's what I'm using for the big part of the stripes. There it goes.
So pretty.
And for my little accent stripes, I'm using Oh Dear. Because I thought the orange just really made it pop.
And it kind of goes with the orange and the I Put a Spell on You. Like, it's a darker orange, but it kind of still goes with it.
So it's a little Halloween-y looking, but
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. I like it a lot. It may be a gift. It may be a keeper. I haven't decided yet.
I'll take it.
I thought you would. Anyway, so I worked on this. I haven't worked on it since last weekend, and I really haven't spent hardly any time working on it. I mean, it's going really fast.
Oh, yeah, it's quick. Like I said, I started it on Sunday, and I guess I didn't knit Sunday. I didn't knit Monday or Tuesday, and I might have knitted Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is knitted a word?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be I knit.
That's what I was
if it's
thinking.
knitted, it'd be past tense.
Anyway.
And it's in my knitting den Kiki Boo bag.
I got tangled.
Kiki Boo.
My other thing, like I said, is my
I don't know where to put this stuff.
my next pattern, and I'm not going to show it off yet. But I will mention again that the one that she's test knitting, and I was about to show you, that's called...
That was Razzle.
Razzle.
Is that not what it is?
No, it is. I just forgot.
Oh, I'm like, are we changing our mind?
Nope. I just went blank.
Okay.
Because I have 3, and they all end in Azzle, because I thought that was cute, and now I'm kind of regretting it because I don't remember which one's which. But this one's Razzle, and it will be coming out at the end of the month, tentatively the 20th. I might push it back another week. But I'll let you guys know for certain.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fun. I showed mine last time.
It's fun and super easy if you can read directions and follow them.
So that is one thing, you have to read the pattern.
So
someone got excited.
I got excited. So I here, let me kind of
I can help hold.
Yeah, I'm not in the middle of it right
now. Oh, okay,
now.
that's why.
So but here's kind of what it's looking like.
I'll hold the bitchin'.
I'm using the part that Allie's holding is.
I'm trying to get the light to not hit it.
Yeah, is here. We'll hold it up close.
Yeah.
Is Bitchin' from Knitting Color on her DK Merino, and the gray. I love it too. Looks great with this. The gray is Year of the Rat from Wollmeise. And
she's knitting it in DK.
It's DK. Now the Wollmeise DK, if you've never knit with Wollmeise DK, that is not DK. I'm sorry, but that's like a sport weight at best. That is not a DK weight yarn.
Behind my face. We've learned if we hide faces that it will kind of focus a little better. Or
not. So let me see here.
I don't have any DK with me.
Well, I don't either, but I have fingering, so we can compare it to a fingering. All right, so this is a fingering from Unwind, a little ball of fingering, and here is the DK. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, there's not that
That's
much
a fingering,
difference.
and the gray is supposed to be DK. It's a sport weight at best.
Have you looked on Ravelry to see if anyone else has said anything about that?
Woo! And there goes my ball. Well, I'll pick that up later. Oops.
The cat will get it. It's fine.
No, he's sleeping.
I know.
He's generally fairly well behaved.
I'd be more worried about the other one.
Yeah, the other one would totally get it. It says Wollmeise DK. I got it from Loopy U. I've been hoarding it for a while. I have several skeins of this.
It's a gorgeous gray.
But
I mean, I like gray, but I mean, it's a gorgeous gray.
You can't. It doesn't really show up, but it's kind of tonal. It's not. Oh, it does show up. Look.
Yeah.
Nice. So
good job, camera.
Yay. But I misread directions and was making myself knit a whole heck of a lot more than I really needed to knit.
Pretty much doubling her rows.
And I'm like, it's not going anywhere, and it's so huge and it's heavy, and what is the deal? And so I had messaged Allie and Deborah, because Deborah's already finished the test knit.
She knit quicker than I did.
Shocking.
I know.
But
I need her hands.
I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why is it taking so long? Because, I mean, I was knitting on it for hours every day, and I was like, it's not going anywhere. And Deborah explained to me how to knit it. And she's like, you're doing this, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, like 3-4 days later, Friday, I was sitting down to lunch with the husband. He was off on Friday. So we went out for lunch. And as I scooch into the booth, I look at him and I'm like, and I hadn't looked at the pattern again or anything. I've just been knitting, trying to get it done. I looked at him and I was like, I know what I'm doing wrong. It took 3 or 4 days for that to sink in, Deborah. So then I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder it's taken so long. So I frogged. I didn't frog all the way back because what I was doing, I was wrapping and turning at every stitch instead of every second stitch. And so, that made it ginormous.
Blanket.
Yeah, it was making a complete blanket. But so what I did is I frogged back to, I think it's here. Because you can see where it's not lining up that way anymore. So I frogged back to the first 40 stitches. And I left those 40 the way I had it. So it would have a little more size. And then started doing it correctly. So on Friday, I put the marker in. This is where I frogged back to. This is what I knit on Friday. Well, okay, I knit like 1.5 inches. Then I realized on the ends, I'd been slipping the first stitch, whereas previously I hadn't been slipping the first stitch. So I frogged it again. And then I re-knit this Friday evening. And then I knit this much from the orange marker to this marker yesterday. And then just picked it back up.
You're almost done.
Today.
You'll be done this week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely, man. Definitely. But I'm already past where I was when I started frogging on Friday.
I bet.
Because, following directions is important, evidently. So and I was trying so hard to have this finished for today. That's why I was just knitting on it. I was like sitting in my bedroom with the earbuds in, listening to books, just knitting. And I'm like, it's not going anywhere.
I feel so bad about it. I hate that she had to rip. I told her to just leave it.
No, but I would never have worn it. It would have
been. I can't imagine how heavy it was.
It would and this Woolmize is like a 468 yard ball, and I was getting to the end of it, and I'm like, how the heck is it using this much yarn?
I don't even remember. I think with my fingering weight one, I used over 300.
But I was like, I'm going to have to ball another one of those. Because I still had like 70 stitches. And I was having in it 2 rows for every stitch. So that was another 140 rows. And I was like, oh my God. And they're getting bigger. So it's not like it's, I was like, it's going to take 2 of these. I'm like, I don't understand. Anyway, it's not your fault.
I still feel bad about it. I blame it on the pattern.
I just didn't. It was just funny the way it clicked. Because then I'm sitting at lunch texting Allie, is this what I'm supposed to do? Because if this is what I'm still supposed to do, I really screwed up.
But like I was telling her, I was like, I've done that before. I was knitting Lisa Much's Eris shawl, and I did that. So and then with that one, it's 3 sections. So I was going to have like an itty bitty middle section, and then these huge, I frogged it all.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going to wear it like that.
So I was almost relieved because I was like.
I was relieved for you.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway.
We're not perfect.
That's why, as Wendy would say, when knitting attacks for the week, I'm like, oh God. But anyway, so I did start another gratitude because I needed a little color in my life at one point this week. I was like, I need a break. So I started a baby gratitude.
Cute.
This one will be a birthday gift. I'm not going to say who for in case they watch. I'll tell you.
I know who it's for.
I already told you, didn't I? But
I'm not telling.
I have some gorgeous purple.
I want it.
And I have some aqua.
That's gorgeous.
I'm using some itty bitty, some of my mini skeins. This is a mini skein.
That is such a great use for this pattern too.
Yeah. This is what I'm knitting with currently. It's, I think it's Laura Loves Unwind. It's from Unwind Yarn Company mini skein. Pretty sure that's the color. Not 100%, but pretty sure. And then I have this left over a little bit. Pretty. This one was Malabrigo. This one's Mad Tosh. This one I got from Suzanne. It looks the same as this, so I'm going to guess it's Mad Tosh also. because of the base. I mean, it looks exactly the same. This one is Unwind. It's Twinkle Sock. It is Easy Like Sunday Morning. Some of my leftover of that. Come on, show it because it's gorgeous.
It's going to show the ones we want it to show.
Is it not like blue?
That's what I was just thinking. Like maybe it's anti-blue.
Huh. Oh, there it goes. Wait, closer. Let's see. Isn't it pretty? And then I have, for a little pop, I have Hot Pink Sparkle. This is from Desert Vista Dye Works. A little bit of leftover. And then I have the Stay in the Blues from the Nashville series from Spartacus Dyes that I just knit my hat out of, the leftover of that. There it is. And to tie the pink in, I have a little ball of...
That's my favorite.
I don't know what color, but it's from Knitting Color. From her, out of one of her...
Let me see.
It's a mini skein too. I think it might be the...
It's MLP.
That's what I was thinking.
It's MLP.
I thought it...
Allie
I was hoping it was.
That's Allie's favorite ever.
So it's the My Little Pony, the MLP. So, and I thought that the pink in it would tie this pink in. And if I put pink in it, the person won't lose their shawl. They'll know why. Did I tell you why? I think I told you why.
Yeah, you told me why.
And it's in my bag that I got from Mostly Munchies for my swap from the Loops. I love this bag.
Very cute. Deborah sent us a little package the other day, and she sent me some of the scraps that she used in the original Gratitude. So I'm gonna knit me a purple, gray, black Gratitude soon.
Nice.
I'm gonna do it like I think I'm gonna do the opposite of what she did.
Cool.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to knit all the Gratitudes.
So I'm gonna cast that on after I get rid of something here. And I'm actually thinking about casting on a Ricky hat like as soon as I get home, just so I can knit something, finish it in a couple days, and then maybe that will help get my knitting mojo back up if I finish something. And it's sad that I have to cast something on to finish it, but a hat is like quick. So yeah. And I've got like 3 Rickies I want to make. So
I have a Ricky I want to make,
and I have yarn balled up for one of them. So
yeah, check out my new bag.
I have a couple of new bags too.
It's from Fula, Stitch Marks the Spot. I messaged her and I was like, I am so jealous of Allie's huge bag. And she was like, well, I could make you a bag. And I'm like, okay. So originally I was thinking coffee fabric. And then I was like, I have a bunch of coffee bags. And then I was like, oh, superheroes. So I mentioned Avengers originally. This isn't Avengers because it's got Wolverine and Spider-Man on it also. Which
they're actually in the Avengers, like in the comic book Avengers.
Yeah, so it's like Marvel. It's not like the new. I was educated the other day by the boys. It's not the new Avengers. It's from the old school Avengers.
Because we were playing Lego Avengers, and I was like, "Why is Spider-Man in here?" That's my voice I used to.
But it's
so I got educated recently. Yeah, as well.
See? So we got educated. But the fabric looks like the old school
so cool.
comic books.
I love it.
And
Thor cracks me up.
I know. Check him out. But so I
Her
love
bags are awesome. Oh, it's the pull tie.
The pull tie is Iron Man.
Awesome.
She tried to find me a Thor because Thor's kind of my favorite. But she says Thor's super popular and hard to find. So I'm like, Iron Man's good.
I like the Iron Man one. I love Iron Man though.
So I have my sock yarn scrap blanket that's going to be in here. Now, you will notice that my sock yarn scrap blanket looks a little different than it did the other day.
I haven't seen it since she started it again. Ooh, likey.
What I won a prize. This goes together. We'll talk about it together.
I think that's a good plan.
It's another Fula bag.
I won it. I'm so jealous.
That just made me so happy that it was another Fula bag.
She's fabulous.
Stitch Marks the Spot. And it looks like a cauldron, which makes it even cooler. This is a prize that I won for the Harry Potter knit-along thing that the lovely Loops ladies did.
So cute.
So look,
I can't get over it.
It's a little cauldron bag. And
that girl, she's so clever.
So clever. And I wonder if it's reversible. Because, well, I don't know. I kind of like that the blues on the inside. And
It's
kind of
secret.
and it's secret. But it's got awesome fabric on the inside too. Anyway, and yeah, I like having the secret inside. And it is holding the prize. So I won the Slug Club squares. So lots of people knit squares and mail them in, and everybody that knit squares got their name in a hat, and I got the one that won. So I got these prizes along with all the squares that everybody knit. I got
cool.
from Slip Stitch Studios. They're magnetic bookmarks. Super awesome. Which I'm sure will get used on like knitting books or even patterns. I think I've seen them people use them on patterns to like mark their spots, because I don't read actual books hardly ever anymore because I'm lazy like that.
I've just learned that I will read more on my Kindle, and I don't know why.
I just listen.
I think it goes quicker. I feel like it goes quicker. I don't know. Anyway,
Fula also made me a little matching. I didn't realize they were in there until I was showing Aiden my squares and stuff, and I'm like, look, and there's a little bag, and then I was like, there's something in there.
Sorry, I didn't know about them. They're super cute.
So here's Falula's card. Stitch marks the spot, and she's on Etsy.
And she has a Stitch Marks the Spot Instagram too.
Yes. Oh, I didn't realize that. I just follow her.
And I follow her too. And that's usually, I claim things. So she's like, I'm about to list this. And I'm like, give me.
So
sorry, everybody that wants the cool things that she makes that I take.
Hate it for you. But it also came, and she made these stitch markers too. I am so on the ball. I am so sorry. And I haven't used them yet, although I'm dying to. But they're Harry Potter stitch markers. They're Harry Potter Lego stitch markers. Come on, Ron, turn around.
It's so like Ron.
There. Look, is that not awesome?
And they even have the Gryffindor colors above them. The red and yellow. Maroon and yellow. So
I have Hermione and Harry and Ron, and that just cracks me up. I love them.
So cute.
So they're so I won those. And then I got all these squares.
Can we help?
Sure. Okay. So there's, and I don't know who knit what. So, well, there's one that I know who knit, but this one is a pink one.
I like this one.
There's two of those. Here's the other one like that.
It's pretty. Very nice fabric.
They were supposed to be 8-inch squares, so they're they'll all kind of match. Yes.
I want this one.
I like this one. You like that one?
I like that.
I like
Very
it too.
cool.
There are a couple of them. They're like the barn raising squares instead of miter squares.
And here's this one. They're also pretty.
Yeah. One of the things was you're supposed to knit them out of colors that would go with the houses.
This one's cute. And that pretty much gets all of them.
Yeah.
I guess not Slytherin.
Not Slytherin, no, but this one gets all of them.
Oh, cool.
Oh, sorry.
No, you have to show that one.
Okay, then here.
This one's very nice. And then this one.
This is like the most epic square ever. This one was knit by Jacinth.
Amazing.
And she did color work. She did the crest. And even the back is beautiful. I mean,
is it intarsia?
It has to be, I guess. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it would have to be, right? Or double knitting, maybe?
I don't know. I don't, maybe? I don't know, but it's freaking cool. Awesome. I think it's intarsia. And no, maybe it's, no, I think maybe you're right. Maybe it is double knitting. I've never done double knitting, so either. I'm not sure. I don't care what it is. It's amazing. This is going to be like
the centerpiece.
The centerpiece, the highlight of my sock yarn scrap blanket right here.
So cool.
So cool. And look, I wore the Hogwarts shirt today just because I was in the spirit. So I started off with the 2 squares that I knit because I knew how many stitches there were. So I frogged the blanket I had started because I was like, okay, do I want to knit 2 blankets? Do I want to try to figure out how to incorporate these big squares?
They just didn't fit with.
They're not not. They wouldn't fit the size of what I had already done. It wouldn't work. I would have had to make a bunch of like little beady squares to fill in the holes and stuff, and no. And I wasn't exactly happy with the one I had started because it was so random. It was starting to drop. But at first I was like, yeah, the random's fine. And then I was like, no.
So you want a slight order?
The random was bothering me.
Okay.
Because it was like facing in all different directions.
Oh, okay. See, I have mine all facing the same direction.
Yeah, so now they're going to face all in the same direction. Except, okay. So I started with the 2 big squares that I knit. This one is Wollmeise, No Whales in Colorado. And this one is It's Electric by Lollipop. And I combine, so, and these were both 120 stitches. Because that's what I needed to make an 8-inch square. So what I'm going to do, the majority of my blanket will be 60 stitch squares, which is what the pink one is.
That's what I would do too.
Yeah. And then, but I can make this, that way I can make the big ones fit in.
Because that's what I've liked, because everyone's doing these. And, like, I hadn't planned on doing big squares, but seeing, like, the random big squares every now and then, like, really adds to it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great idea.
So I can, what I'm going to do, what I think I'll do is on the bottom row, I'll start them all with big ones, but then do a little one, and this is where it'll be facing the opposite way. So I'll do another square here, so I'll only have like a little triangle fringe.
Yeah.
Because right now that's too much of a gap for me.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
So the ones on the very bottom row, the little ones to fill in the hole, will be facing the opposite way.
Yeah.
But the rest of them then will all face up.
Good plan.
Good plan.
Good plan.
And I might not do big ones all the way across. I need to kind of see how many I have. I have 2 more coming that Vanessa's sending.
Aww.
And so to make it more random, I might just spread the bigger ones throughout the blanket rather than putting them all across the bottom. And then at first I thought I could put them all across the bottom and then put big ones all the way across the top.
I kind of like that too, though.
And so I'm not sure. But anyway, this pink one is yarn that I dyed myself. I made self-strapping.
Fun.
And so I knitted up this a little bit last night and this morning, and then I've started another square here.
Cool.
So, and I'm much happier with it this way. So if I have, if I have a big amount left of a color I really like, let's say Sesame Street, I can make a big square.
Yes.
And then if I just have a little bit left, I can make a small square. But this way, they're facing the same way, and they're more pleasing to my eye. And I'm using all these awesome squares that I want.
Which is pretty stinking cool.
Pretty stinking cute. I also got a whole bunch of little minis from the Loops ladies they sent. So that made it super fun.
I'm getting ready to send some to them and bring you some too. I gotta go through some more. My scraps are everywhere. So I don't know. Most of my scraps aren't enough to share.
Well, that's okay.
So I'm trying to go through, but I have a bunch of of O-loop stuff that I definitely want to send to you guys, and I've already my January socks. I had enough left over to share with everybody, which I think will be an awesome mitered square because it'll look more like the hill.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be very cool.
That'll be very cool. I want some of that.
Oh, there's some for you. I have a little baggie started.
So I'm excited, and now that's what I want to work on. It's a problem. Right?
No.
But anyway, so that's one reason I'm not stressing myself over Sam's socks. I will get them done by the end of February.
No stress.
But no stress. It's not worth it. That's right. If it's not fun, don't worry about it. I think I have one more project. Yes.
Okay. I have stash enhancement.
I have lots of stash enhancement.
I only have 2 things.
Well, some of it was gift.
Yeah, I didn't bring my gifted one because I didn't think about it.
Some of it had been ordered a long time ago, and
I'm not judging.
Got here. And no, she's not judgy.
I don't
so
judge.
I worked on my topography
good.
kerchief one day after spending the whole day with the gray. It was last weekend, Saturday. Saturday night, I was like, okay, I need some color.
Can't blame you. And I love gray, but I get it.
Yeah. So what I did, you will notice that there is more. Are we going to focus? There you go. So the bottom, the colorful part, is what I had started with. And after talking to Allie about her doing the gray border, I was like, well, I want mine to be bigger, but I don't. And so I was trying to find something that I could add for the border, but nothing really struck my fancy. Plus, my yarn is fairly variegated, and there's not that much green in it, and I was trying to make the green pop. So what I decided to start doing is every other row, I'm putting this in with it. This is Dream in Color Classy. It's the worsted. I think it's Classy.
Yes.
So, and it's green, but it's not completely green, and it goes great with it.
I think so too. I forgot you were doing that.
So,
Like when I looked here, until you mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, that green.
Yeah, so I'm making the green pop out of this too. So I'm getting more of the topography look then, whereas I was getting barely any before I added that in. So what I'll probably, and I love my yarn that I dyed because I didn't realize it had pink in it too. Look, it's got pops of pink and purple in it. Would you think pink and purple when you saw this?
I see a little bit now.
Oh, I see it right now, yeah.
But I don't think I would have noticed it without you mentioning it.
So I love the pops of pink and purple in it.
So cool.
So what I'll do is I'll knit until this is gone and then do the border. Something like that.
Ours kind of match. Like, not match, but
yeah.
Now that you found pink and purple, it's like, hey, we have the same colors. Even if they don't look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyway.
And I may use this. I'm doing the, Loops is doing a 3-month swap. And for the last month, which is April, you're supposed to send a knitted something with it. I think this is going to go in the swap package.
Cute.
I think that'll be a good, I hope they like it.
No, I think so. I think it's awesome. And it feels good. And I mean, you dyed it. That's so much cooler.
So I think that's what's going to go in there. The little bird, I was going to put the little bird in this month's. But then I was like, no, I think I'll put the little bird. Because you don't have to have a knitted item in the first 2 months. But I wanted to put a little something in there. So I think what I'm going to do is knit a little heart for the February one. And then put the little bird in the March one. And then this will go in the April one.
Cute.
I think. I need to double check the colors of the person. They're secret, so they don't know they're getting this. They don't know that I have them as swappies or anything. But I need to make sure that she doesn't hate these colors. And then if she doesn't hate these colors, then that's what she'll get. If she hates these colors, I guess then I'll get it. And I'm okay with that too. So the rest I have is stuff.
Enhancements.
Okay,
you want to get started and then I'll do mine?
Sure.
Or do you want to take a little break?
I can talk.
Okay.
And then I'll knit while you talk. Okay. So I finally got my yarn from Yarn Ink.
Gorgeous.
I had ordered 3 skeins. My February swap partner likes blue, therefore she's getting one of these. I had ordered these with a project in mind that's not happening. And so I don't really, anyway, I am going to knit one of my new patterns that I'm working on out of this, so it'll be a good use for it. I think I'll probably only need one of the skeins for that, but I have 2 if I need to dip into it. And it's blue and sparkly. The colorway is Glass Slipper.
So cute.
It's from Yarn Ink. Super cool. Took a little bit to get here because it's from Canada, but so well worth the wait. It's beautiful yarn. Allie scored for me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. She the Malabrigo Rios in Arco Iris that actually matches my shoes and my cowl. This will be a Ricky hat.
And if you'll remember in the last episode, I bought myself one, and that's what I'm knitting for me too. So one day we might have matching hats.
Ooh. So
I
have refrained and not balled it yet because I wanted to cast it on. But I need to finish some other stuff so I won't stress myself out. Because if I have too much on the needles, then I freak out a little bit. And we don't need to freak out, Daniela. These are Deb's fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and take this one.
No.
I'll give it back. Maybe.
Deb sent me a link to Hot Knit Yarn. Hot Knit Yarn. And I follow her on Instagram. And I don't think I followed her before Deb linked me.
I didn't. I'm glad I do now.
Pretty sure that I do now. She linked me because this one was in the sale bin. She linked me to this one.
Gorgeous.
And it's gorgeous. And it is, here, I wrote down the names because they're not on the tag. This one is Deep Purple Dream. And then as I was looking, I fell in love with this one. And oh my God, people. This one is Pause to Ponder.
I need it.
And look at the colors like on the inside. I mean, it's like
all the colors.
Oh my God. It's just, and it's so soft. And she linked me to these because it was singles and I wanted some, you know, it's time I'm getting all the singles. But look at it. It's like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Is it not?
It's gorgeous.
And then
it's even better in person.
It's just, and then this blue was with it. So I'm thinking these will go and be something together.
That'd be cool.
At the time, I was thinking gratitude because, you know, it's all I want to knit. But, you know, we'll see what they actually end up being. But that's why I got all three. These two definitely need to go together.
I like the purple with it too, though. But yeah, those two are meant to be. Because, I mean, that's the same.
Yeah, that's the same blue. Same blue. Come on. There you go. See, isn't it gorgeous? So I got these. These came super fast. She's in Georgia? I don't know. I can't remember where exactly. But within like a close range of Tennessee. Came super quick. And I think I mentioned that I fell off the hobbledehoy wagon last time. And I haven't spun them yet. Can you believe I haven't spun them yet?
I don't know what's wrong with you.
It's because I'm being a faithful friend and knitting on Razzle.
Yes, and it's greatly appreciated.
I got Lonely Mountain. She did Lord of the Rings themes this time.
Oh, cool.
This one's Merino Polworth Silk, Soy Silk Sparkle. 4.5 ounces. These are, so there'll be 3 in there. They're Jimmy Bats.
That's gorgeous.
I'm not taking them out of the bag. I don't love you guys enough. They're beautiful. Trust me. And then I got these. These are Shire Batlings. They have organic Polworth, milk silk, bamboo, trace bits of sparkle in them. This one was actually the one that was just thrown in the bag. So it's a little free sample, but it kind of goes with the other one. So I just stuck
definitely.
It in. Here's one of the little batlings. Those are easier to take out of the bag. So I'll show you guys those.
Those are very cool.
Look how pretty. They're so soft. And these, I'll show you on this one. They just kind of come apart like so. And then you can just spin them. Or you can fluff them out and however. I love this green right here.
That's gorgeous.
Anyway. They are super fun to spin. I love them. Love them a lot. I want to spin them. And I was a good girl this time. I made sure as I went through the update to make sure that I didn't get anything with alpaca. The thing that I really wanted that she had shown a preview for of the update was like their Valentine color. But it had alpaca in it. So I got these instead.
But those are beautiful.
They are. This is going to be, so this one's even got like white up in here.
I know, that really makes it interesting to me. That spot there. Very cool.
So there's 3, and these are big, so they unfold and it's like sheets. Like square sheets. And they're hard to get back together pretty, which is why I won't take these out of the bag. And then the only other thing I got is what Deb sent.
Okay, well, I'll show my bags off then.
Okay.
I got 2 bags from Fula. I got this one, which is the Evil Villainesses from Disney. Has the Evil Queen from Snow White, Maleficent, Cruella de Vil, and it should have Ursula, but instead it has the chick from Tangled. It should have Ursula.
Yeah. As soon as she posted that bag, I was like, Allie's going to snag that one.
Yeah. And look at the cute charm.
Sparkly.
The inside fabric, because she is really good with her, with combining. Look at that.
Did I show the inside?
No, but it's cool.
Here, let
You
me
should get it.
I should show it.
But very cool. It's like It's like cross-hatching when drawing.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. It's
Mine
very
is
cool.
just a checkerboard, but doesn't look perfect with the fabric.
Yes.
And by the way, Aiden and Sam, but especially Aiden, highly approve of this bag.
But this is going to hold my gratitude today. I'm going to switch it over from the My Little Pony bag. My Little Pony bag will house my sock scraps because it's bigger. Well, she put that aside for me because I asked her if she'd wait till payday because I was trying to be responsible. And then she did this thing where she posted a thing and I wanted it. And so I think that's actually why I had her wait because it's like I knew that she was going to have something else. I got a Lucy bag. And I've never talked about my love for Lucy, but I have a lot of love for Lucy. I have the doll. Most of the dolls that they came out with, like the Barbie dolls, when I was younger. Max, my mom, and Max's mom and I went and saw I Love Lucy live last year. That was my Christmas present to them. But so, because I wanted to go. I just invited them along. And yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite shows ever.
Didn't your mom get a bag, Lucy bag too?
My mom got I tagged her in it. She got one, and Lydia from Aloop's got one too. So,
aww.
The inside fabric, I got hide what's in there because that's my design. Is just the I Love Lucy thing, but it's awesome.
And it matches your handle.
And she matched it to the handle, which I actually really like that.
Yeah.
Very cute. I love it. And it has the heart.
And it matches the fabric here too. Nice.
And it has the heart zipper pull because Lucy has a heart. I'm a big Lucille Ball fan. So I love it and it's my favorite.
That's cool.
I like that my mommy has one.
Yes. But,
Tish marks the spot. She's awesome. And I need other people to be like, hey, I'll take that, so I'll quit buying things. Because I'm running. Her bags are huge, which I love. I love, love, love. I don't need a lot of huge things, though, so I can only put so many things in them. I need a sock bag for me.
I like this size. My adventure bag is ginormous.
These sizes are better. Like, I can throw a sock in here and not feel so bad. Not feel like I'm not taking up as much room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But My Little Pony, if I put a sock in here, it'd be so lonely. But that poor sock would get lost.
It would.
But it's great because I do so many shawls and 3-color shawls especially.
My Avenger
this is perfect.
The same as your Lucy. Yeah.
But I love the size of this one. Yeah. I love My Little Pony too. It makes me want to cast on a cardigan or something. So I probably will just so it has something in it that's worthy of the size of it. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not knocking the size. I feel like I'm being negative. I'm not being negative. It's a great size. But I need a lot of socks. So unless I'm putting like four socks in there, which that's just asking for trouble. Let's just be honest.
That would be one tangled mess.
Let's not do that.
No.
But it's great for, like I said, it's great for the shawls that I do. It'll be perfect for the blanket.
Yeah.
So I can just keep my scraps in there and I don't have to be like, where are my scraps? Because I don't know where anything is. Ever. Ever. That's what I feel like. I'm just going to hold it like this, apparently. I love it. I love it very much. And like I said, Fula is awesome, and you should buy her bags.
I mentioned to her that I was interested in a bag, and she was going to look for fabric. She tagged me on the fabric that, like, a late morning for me. I mean, I could think she has time difference. And the bag was in the mail to me the next morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Whenever
awesome.
I paid for mine on Saturday, and it was in the mail that Saturday.
Yeah.
And I got it, I think, Wednesday.
So
I got it Wednesday.
She shopped for the fabric in the morning, sent me a bill by early afternoon, and it was out in the mail to me by the next morning. So awesome. Crazy. And
her quality's good. Her fabrics are good. She has different fabrics. Like, you see some fabrics and you're like, well, someone else from another shop selling that.
Yeah.
Which isn't a big deal. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Because fabric's fabric and fabric's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's kind of cool that she's getting, like, these... I want to call them, like, niche-y. Like, niche-y. Like, the Lucy and the Avengers, like, that's a niche market, I feel like. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to find an I Love Lucy bag if I type it into Etsy. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Not as easily. Well, I mean, the thing that blew my mind is, like, if it was a bag that I was just ordering, I would expect it to be shipped the next day. But this was like a custom order. She had to go buy the fabric.
Yeah.
And so it was sent the next day.
And it's not like she's good, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like it's shoddy work. It's great work. I wouldn't keep buying her bags if it was not good work. Yeah. It's good. She's quick. She's professional.
Superbly lined. I mean, it's
fantastic.
It's not like Terry's bag, the other bags that I really love. It doesn't sit up like his bag, but it's one that I could just squish together and stick in a bag to carry with easier. So I like that too.
And when I got here, like, I just brought my purse in because I didn't have that much, so I just carried these in on my wrist.
Yeah.
Like, no big deal, you know, so.
And with Terry's bag, with this bag, I do a lot of times, and I will just carry this. And
it's sturdy.
It's very sturdy. So, those are probably my 2 favorite bags.
I haven't got one from him yet, but just from yours, I like it.
I like it.
I keep buying Fula bags.
I've decided I like the taller wedgie zipper bag. I think that might be my favorite type of bag. And this is probably would be like my small preference, which is not small, but smaller preference. And I love the size of this one.
I do too. That's what I was trying to say. That's why I was like, I feel like I'm being negative, and that's not what I mean. It's good. It's a good size.
Yeah. Because
if I wanted to have another project in here, I could.
Yeah. Because, I mean, unless it's a pair of socks, it would hold, I mean, even if it is a pair of socks, I mean, it would hold pretty much any project that I would knit.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, like right now, I have...
Well, I'll do a flash, because you can't see what the pattern is. But, I mean, I have 2 skeins of yarn, the shawl, and it's not crowded. I could put in another skein right here. And I do so many multicolor skeins that it's just perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know what the sizes are because I don't read dimensions.
I
tell her the size Allie likes.
I'm not good at reading dimensions and then picturing it. I have to pull out a ruler and look at it. I'm not good at that. I mean, look how much stuff I have in mine.
I'm done knitting.
I have this.
I mean, yeah.
I was in my shoe. I have the scraps, my half of the scraps that the Loops lady sent to us. I have some scraps that I had already balled up in there. I have my actual squares in there. And it's like not even halfway.
That's so cool.
So, awesome size. So, should we go on now that we've given Fula, like, all the shout out? She's so sweet.
She is sweet, and she's just a nice person. You should follow her on Instagram anyway, because she posts cool stuff. She's got cool kids. I don't know why I'm packing up.
You're going somewhere?
Well, no, I had so much stuff, and it was driving me nuts. So I just started cleaning because I was just like, "There's so much stuff right here."
Did you bring your stuff from Deb?
I didn't bring my stuff from Deb. I don't know why I didn't.
So, Deb's new pattern that's coming out is knit out of these colors, the one that she knit, and she sent me copies of it so I can knit some too.
And I got the copies of Gratitude, so if you've seen Gratitude, I got those colors.
So I have Swamp Thing, which is Dream and Color Jilly.
That's so pretty. I need to get some.
I've knit with Jilly and I like it. Now, I have never knit with Mano, Stel, Uruguay, Fino, but oh my god.
That's awesome.
Did you feel that?
No, I didn't go through it because it was nice. Wow.
You really? Awesome.
Wow.
Right?
I've never knit with their stuff. I've only kind of heard of them. Extra fine merino and silk.
It feels so good. Right? And
it's
then
definitely pit on your face worthy.
And then this little beige piece will go, that will be the highlight stripes. So this will be a tentatively right now it's called a whatever. This is, and I'm going to knit the large one with these. I'm knitting a small sample right now because that's what she needed, so that's what we do. And then these are, I think this is more Swamp Thing left over. So we might be able to see a little bit better. There, maybe not. Yeah, whatever. You saw the big one. And then I got some little scraps of other goodies. There, check them out. I love this one.
That's ink blot
Ink
from
blot.
Northbound Knitting. I might be knitting with it right now.
I love that. So,
That might be my favorite
thank you,
thing Lisa
Deb.
does.
We exchanged. I sent her some dragonfly fibers. Dragonfly fibers. They're singles. I forget what they're called.
And I sent her a skein of Jilly. Because we can get Jilly at the Crossway store.
So, we're awesome and we share, which is cool. So, I got like a stash enhancement that I just trade for other stash.
So it's different.
It's nice.
It's a different kind of
Because I had bought a sweater's worth of the dragonfly, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. So, and it was singles, so I shared.
Let's see.
I'm drinking out of my Into the Wool mug today. Thinking of all the Into the Wool ladies.
Well, let's talk about Into the Wool. Sign-ups were started last week, and we have, I think, 10 openings left today.
8 or 10, something like that.
So around then. So if you're on the fence, you probably want to sign up like now. Like pause, go sign up, and then come back.
That's right.
I'm just saying. It's gonna be awesome.
The retreat will be in September over Labor Day weekend. And any kind of information that you might possibly want to know is in the information thread on Ravelry in the Into the Wool Fiber Retreat group. Go check it out.
And I think the only other thing we haven't talked about, we're still doing the Clapotea-along. I threw in some syllables. I don't even know what I just said. I haven't picked mine up.
Me either.
I feel like a longer, but
I'm a bad longer too. But there's some people who have been knitting really pretty ones. There's really
they're
nice.
gorgeous, and I like my yarn. The pattern's fine. It just hasn't been keeping my interest. And like I was talking about earlier, like I'm having a hard time with my knitting right now. I want garter stitch all the time.
I've had razzle along issues. I'm blaming it all on.
Please do. Just
on that.
We'll burn it when you're done.
No, I want it.
But that's still going on. You'll have until, what month is this? February 28th to get in your finished objects. Daniela opened a finished object thread. So you can post your pictures and keep posting your progress pictures, because the more I see them, the more I'm kind of like, I should get mine out.
Yeah. And I really enjoy the colors everyone's using.
I know, everyone's using such different colors. It's really neat.
Tiger's sitting outside the window meowing.
I can hear him.
I kicked him out so he wouldn't disrupt.
And I'll just mention this quickly. We're going to do another knit along starting in March. And I'm not going to talk a lot about it right now. But I am going to mention it because it's going to be involving Lisa much of Northbound Knitting, her patterns. And I'm letting you know now in case you want to stalk her update. I want to say, I can't remember what day it is, but she usually does it the middle of the month. So she'd probably do it either this Friday or next Friday. So most likely before we podcast again. So that's the only reason I'm mentioning it. If you wanted to use Northbound Knitting yarn, you don't have to.
No, just one.
But if you wanted to, I wanted to go ahead and let you know because she sells out so quickly.
But just one of her
patterns. And we have prizes for that too. And we'll talk more about that probably in the next podcast. But
yeah, and she has free patterns and pay for patterns, easy patterns, harder patterns.
She has a great variety.
She really does.
She has a couple of lace. She has some that are just different kinds of ribbing. I did that KAL last November or December. That's really good. That's what my mom's gonna knit.
I did. I've knit the little house booties. They're not little booties. They're like flats, like little house shoes flats. Forget what those are called.
I can't think right now.
That's a free pattern. Super easy garter stitch. She's got like worsted weight socks. You could knit worsted weight socks.
Canucks.
The Canucks, yes. And that would work for the knit along, and you could double dip for the socks.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Yeah, I might do that.
But I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to throw that out there in case she does her update before we podcast again, because I'd hate for you guys, if you wanted to use her yarn specifically, I would hate for you guys to not get to.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
You don't have to. No.
But if you would like to, that would be great. Because because her yarn and pattern combinations are kind of unique, I think. So a lot of people like to use her yarn to knit those patterns. So if you choose to, that we just wanted to give you a heads up.
I think that's it.
I think so.
I thought this was going to be a shorter episode.
Not so much.
I was wrong.
I did a lot of yapping.
That's fine. I think people like that. I like that.
I like yapping.
I feel like I get to know the podcasters more when they're just chit-chatting about their lives and yada yada. So,
gonna get this uploaded and stuff, so Deb will be happy. And we will see you.
Maybe some other people.
Maybe some other people. We hope so. And we will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.